Hello everyone, I've got a 3.0 Alarak video for you, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Ascendant. Someone in the comments did request for this. Please post your name in the comments of this video if you want some credit for it. I will put your name in the description of this video. And so basically what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be playing on the Vermillion Problem with the Overmind, and we're going to be going on Brutal difficulty. Now, for Power Set 1, I've got everything in Alarak attack damage, Power Set 2, Empower Me duration, and Power Set 3, Structure, Overcharge, Shield, and Attack Speed. And these units are absolutely overpowered, and I'm sure most of you already know that, but for those of you who don't, the Ascendants have this really awesome ability called Feedback or Mind Blast. Mind Blast, not Feedback, I'm sorry. Have this really awesome ability called Mind Blast, and that, I believe it does 200 damage on a single use of that skill, and I think it has a little cooldown, of about 10 seconds or 15 seconds, something like that. But if you get about 12 or 16 of these Ascendants, mass up a bunch of them, you can just Mind Blast an entire army. Now, it doesn't work as well when you're going up against Zerglings and Banelings and a bunch of little units like that, so then you're going to want to use the Ascendant's other ability, and I cannot remember what that one is called right now, and I'll get to that soon. But the other ability, it sends out this like a psionic orb, and the orb can pretty much area damage, AoE everything in its path, and it works out really well also. So that's another really awesome ability you have with these Ascendants. And then all you have to do is you have to pair some of those Supplicants and then the Havoc units, which are the detection for Alarak. And then you're set, and that's all you that's literally all you need. Now, it sounds really simple when you say it like that, but you do need to do a little bit of micro. So I pretty much think that the best way to micro this army is to set all of your Ascendants in a single hotkey, have Alarak in a hotkey. You can use the F3 hotkey, which he has set by default, and then you can use a hotkey for your Havocs, because your Havocs do have the Force Field ability, and you can use that sometimes. For example, if Zerglings or Banelings are coming to surround you, that can be really helpful. I don't use the Force Fields really ever, but I'm just putting that out there. If you've got the micro for it, it can be useful. I'll just be mainly focusing on the Ascendant gameplay. And essentially what I do is I send out a I use the attack command, really, and once I have the attack command going, I select the 2 hotkey, which is where I'll place my Ascendants, and once that 2 hotkey is selected, then I've got all my Ascendants selected, and then I feedback, or Mind Blast it is, or use that psionic orb ability, and then I just destroy the whole army, and it works out really well. And I don't even really focus all that much on Alarak. Every now and then I will use his Destruction Wave, I think it's called. Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, Destruction Wave ability, because that's really good AoE damage also. So yeah, for example, if you have Zerglings coming at you and you don't feel like using your Ascendants or you can't click on them fast enough, I mean, just go to Alarak and use his Destruction Wave ability, which is awesome. And of course you want to use Empower Me, which makes him extra powerful depending on how many enemies are surrounding him. Or allied units are, that is. Okay, I'm going to research Warp Gate. And as you can see, I've already put down my Cybernetics core, and I've got 2 gas down for this game style. So I really want those Ascendants soon, and I want to get upgrades for the Ascendants. So we really got to get the gas right away. And then I'm already getting the Death Council. So you get your Gateway, Cybernetics core, Death Council. Now, the reason I'm getting the Death Council is because we need to get the Ascendant Archives. You can only get the Ascendant Archives. As you can see, it's a requirement to get the Death Council. Once you have the Ascendant Archives, you can start building Ascendants. Okay, now that Alarak is up, the Overmind and I are going to start clearing out our expansion. He also has Nova up and ready to go. We'll take out this enemy wave real quick. Won't be a problem. There's just a bunch of Zealots here. And we'll just use a lot of this Destruction Wave. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and start clearing out stuff. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I supply blocked myself. Did I throw down? I don't think I threw down the Ascendant Archives yet. No, I must have missed that. Okay, we've got Warp Gate ready though, so that's something. Okay, and then we'll throw down a bunch of gateways. We have a lot of excess minerals, so I'm going to throw down a bunch of pylons. help me not get supply blocked in a bunch of these gateways that will turn into warp gates. That's going to be helpful for us later. Okay. Thank goodness Alarak has not died on us. Okay, we'll use our destruction wave on these probes, kill them in one hit. Give Alarak a bunch of health too. That's a big bonus. Keep on using our destruction wave ability. We're going to save Empower Me for now. Save that for later. And we're trying to kill the enemy Nexus right away so we can start expanding here. Okay. And I'm going to... Oh, yep, it's Mind Blast. Okay, and then the other one is increase the travel distance of the Ascendant's Psionic Orb. Oh, it was Psionic Orb. Okay, so, you know, I'm not all that off. And Mind Blast does do 200 damage to a target enemy unit. Okay. I don't think we can see the cooldown time on it yet, though. So we'll have to wait till our Ascendants are actually built so I can start showing you the build time on them. Okay, we're going to start getting our... Nexus down here, and I'm going to use a structure overcharge to help clear out these buildings faster. Oh, and we got to take out these enemy air units right now. I'm going to turn all of these gateways into warp gates. I'm going to throw the Ascendant Archives onto a hotkey 0, and I do want to get blood shields. That'll reduce the damage done to my supplicants. You want to keep your supplicants alive for the sacrifice. That's pretty much the main thing, and so they can pretty much be the beef of your army, so they get targeted first. And we do want a robotics facility. We are going to start creating some warp prisms from the robotics facility, so they are going to be helpful to us. I'm going to throw down some assimilators as well and some more pylons here. And we do need to start clearing stuff out by these crystals. Okay. I'm going to build Ascendant or 2 and some supplicants here. We'll go help out Alarak if we can. I will want to send... Well, it looks like Overmind is definitely on top of this one. That's good. Okay, yep, he's definitely on top of getting these crystals. That's good. Okay, I want to throw... What I really want to do is... Oh, where did the probes go I sent over here? Did they all go back to my base? Oh, shoot. They all went back to that base. Darn it, anyway. That's okay, I suppose. But, anyway, I want to set my Nexuses into a different hotkey than 1. I'm going to be using... I normally have my Nexuses in hotkey 1 just because it's so convenient for me. But I think it's going to be better for the microwing to have the hotkey 1 available for Alarak. I think, well, I guess it's a thing of preference. Whether you want to click F3 or the 1 hotkey, whatever works best for you, honestly. But I'm just going to keep that 1 hotkey open for now, just in case I want to throw maybe even my Havoc units into that. Speaking of which, I should start getting those. And I'm going to throw down some forges and some more pylons here as well. I don't want to get supply blocked. Even though we're not very close to that, I just don't want to chance it. And I'll throw down some more pylons here. The more the merrier right now. We've got the minerals for it. And we can just kind of take it easy. I mean, we've got 7 minutes and 30 seconds. There's no rush. I mean, for those of you who, you know, really want to make sure that you beat a mission on brutal difficulty, it doesn't hurt taking your time. I mean, the Overmind, he's a really top level player. And, you know, I'm decent at this game. I'm not the best by no means am I close to that level. But I mean, we can both beat co-op missions on brutal difficulty, no problem. So, us going a little bit faster, that's okay. But if you want to beat brutal difficulty, and if that means you taking a little bit more time to do it, by all means, go for it. Take your time. If you got extra time, it's better to just kind of, you know, build up a big army, and then you can go clear out stuff later. You definitely want to make the best use out of your time. Okay. Then I'm going to get these probes on these assimilators here. Okay. Yeah, it keeps getting me because I set my Nexus to a different hotkey here. But like I was saying, I want to keep that up. Okay, I'm going to use my Mind Blast ability. Oh shoot, I let some of my Ascendants die. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, we'll kill this off here. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to spawn some more Ascendants at our expansion. And some supplicants. I need to throw down a bunch more of these gateways. And there's going to be an enemy wave coming at us, so I'm going to throw down the Death Fleet and help us clear that out. Plus clear out some of the areas where the crystals are going to be spawning soon too. And I'm just going to leave my army sit back for a second here while we do some work with that Death Fleet. In the meantime, I'm going to spawn a bunch of these gateways, which will turn into warp gates.
The stabilizer has reached the halfway point.
Okay, and something that you do want to do on this map specifically, right here, it'd be nice to place some photon cannons, and you can use them to distract the enemy. Meaning for this is there'll be enemy waves that come in and they focus just on your supply line. This supply line specifically. This one tends to be pretty safe until this one goes down. But yeah, this one's pretty safe. This one though, however, this one gets targeted a lot. So it definitely is good to have some type of little static defense in the way for the time being until you can get your units over there to help protect your probes. Okay, we're going to change these all into warp gates here. Okay, I'm going to cut off production for now. And we're going to chrono boost both of these. Oh, whoops, there we go. I was like, what the heck? Okay, so we're going to shields level 2 and ground weapons level 2. And I will start getting imposing presence, which allows Alarak's damage attacks to stun enemies for 2 seconds, I believe it is. Maybe it's his abilities. I'll check that out here. Okay, and I do want to start getting these warp prisms. I'm going to set that in hotkey 4, and I'm going to send the waypoint over here. We'll create a couple of these warp prisms. Okay, we're going to spawn in a bunch of these supplicants. Well, when we have minerals, that is. Yeah, let's check it out here. Allows Alarak's attacks. Okay, so any attack he does will stun enemies for 2 seconds. That's pretty darn good ability. So make sure to get imposing presence, and then you're also going to want to get telekinesis, which increases the knockback of Alarak's destruction wave by 100%. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try to clear out this crystal here. We'll send a probe or two over. Okay, and I am going to feed back these air units with my Ascendants. Okay, and we'll use some of our psionic orb abilities. As you can tell, that was really easy. We cleared that out with no problems. Granted, the army wasn't all that big, but definitely was not a problem for us to clear that out with what we are given right now for units. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take this probe over here. We're going to build some more pylons. I want a lot of space so we can warp in units. And then this is what the warp prism is good for. You can transport units, or you can just transform it into a little zone that you can spawn all of your units in. It projects a power field, that's what I was going to say. Okay, and then we'll spawn one of these Havoc units. I definitely say it's good to get a couple of them, if you can, if you have the resources for it. Specifically for their target lock ability that increases the damage dealt to a structure. Well, no, I don't think it's a structure, is it? Yeah, damage dealt to target enemy unit by 15%. And then there's another ability we're going to get also, which is Detect Weakness, that increases that bonus for that target lock ability by an additional 15%. So you can do up to 30% additional damage. So when you have these hybrid, for example, it's super duper helpful. And then as you can see right there, those hybrid fell really fast because we used our Mind Blast ability from the Ascendants to target them down really quickly. Okay, we're going to throw our Ascendants into that hotkey 1. Ascendants on hotkey 2. Or Havocs into hotkey 1, Ascendants into hotkey 2. Okay, and we're going to spawn a bunch more units here. We want a lot of Ascendants. We've got the resources for it now. A cool trick that I don't know if all of you know how to do. If you want to select all of the units of one type, just press Control, click on that unit. You know, you'll run into people every now and then that don't know all of these nice little tricks that actually make it really easy. A lot of us take it for granted because we don't realize how how helpful the tricks are. Okay, I'm gonna Mind Blast. Oh, these air units can actually take more than a single Mind Blast. That's kind of cool. They're pretty tough, beefy. Okay, we'll take our other probe over here, get this crystal as well. We've got an enemy wave coming. I wonder if I can call in. We'll just call in the Death Fleet once it gets closer to our base. Okay. Just gotta get some water here. Okay, we're gonna spawn in our Death Fleet and use Structure Overcharge. And we're gonna start getting ground weapons level 3, shields level 3, and I think it's armor level 2. Yep. Okay, and we are gonna start getting power overwhelming. That's an ability I should have gotten a while ago. We're actually gonna chrono boost that one. Okay, so what this does, that permanently, your Ascendants permanently gain plus 25% ability damage and 100 shields every time they sacrifice a supplicant. That's huge. Uh-oh. Now my probes are in a little bit of trouble. Okay, I will definitely need to help out here. Okay, we're going to feed back all of these Void Rays. I'll cover more of that ability I was talking about in a second here. Just want to make sure that all of these units die. There we go. Oh, thank goodness the lava didn't get us there. Okay, we're going to send our probes back onto the line. Okay, and then, let's see here. Chaotic Attunement that increases the travel distance of the Psionic Orb by the Ascendant. And I don't even use that Psionic Orb ability that much, unless we're really going up against Zerg, honestly. I just like the Mind Blast ability that much. I use it way more. Okay, we're going to spawn a ton of Supplicants. We're just about supply cap too, I believe. Okay. Alright, I'm going to build some more photon cannons while we got the resources, just in case another one of those nasty waves comes and attacks us. We'll throw a photon cannon down there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and I think the Overmind should be able to handle that. There's 3 crystals over here. He should be able to do fine. We need 4, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the other known one. And I'm going to go ahead and send some probes over there as well. And before I go up here, I'm just going to hotkey my units just to make sure I've got the correct hotkey set up. Okay, we're going in. So when you select your entire army, Alarak is automatically your first selection. So you don't actually have to really worry about using him as a hotkey, or putting a hotkey specifically for him, because he's automatically selected. Okay, we're going to Mind Blast these hybrids again. We're going to Mind Blast all these weak units down here. Mind Blast the Phoenix / Mirages, whatever you want to call them. And as you can see, I'm really not even using the Psionic Orb ability. I'm just using the Mind Blast. Okay, I did want to check this. It's got a cooldown of 8 seconds. And it only uses, like, what? 100 energy, and these guys got 200 energy. So if you get a bunch of them, you can just keep using that Mind Blast ability over and over and over again. So good. And then the other thing I wanted to point out was, yeah, Sacrifice. Okay, does it... I think there's a cap stack on this, isn't it? Let's see here. Yeah, I think when you get the upgrade, it tells you what the stack cap is. So let's see here. Oh yeah, here we go. You can stack that up to 10 times. So, depending on how many stacks it has, your Ascendant can get so incredibly strong. And I didn't even use... Oh, whoops. GG. I didn't even use my Empower Me ability with Alarak. I'm sorry about that, everyone. I got so darn focused on using the Ascendants. But I really feel like I didn't even get to showcase how good they are because we carried that game so much. But the main thing I'm trying to get to is the Ascendants are fantastic at taking down really beefy, tough units. Now, a lot of people, like I was getting at earlier, they use it against a lot of Zerglings and Banelings and just a bunch of weak units that use those Psionic Orbs. You know, that's great and everything, but I think the Mind Blast ability is better. I think it's better for the reasons that you can take down the big beefy units and you can let Alarak do the work against all the bunch of smaller units with his destruction wave ability. And then don't forget to use his Empower Me ability. I completely forgot to use that, but use his Empower Me ability. That would have been really helpful. But, I mean, we didn't really have that much of a problem in the first place taking down the enemy, and I had the Death Fleet at almost all times. So that's one of the main reasons I didn't use that ability. Anyways, get those upgrades I showed you. Get all of your attack and shield and armor upgrades. And don't forget about the Havocs. They've got some nice upgrades too. The only one I got in this video was the upgrade for the Havoc, what's it called? Havoc Target Lock? Yeah, there we go. I only got the upgrade for Target Lock. There are two other upgrades. One increases the range of Squad Sight, I think it's called. And what that does is it increases the range of all of your allied units within the range of your Havoc. So if they have a specific attack range, any of your units, it'll be increased when you're in the Havoc's range. And then there's one other upgrade, permanently cloaks your Havocs. That one's kind of helpful. I haven't really found it to be that useful. It'll keep them alive a little bit longer, but you know, given the amount of time you have, not all that great. Anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I will see you guys in the next one.